An airlock, but it appears to be offline. The hull here is compromised. I may be able to cut my way in. This looks like some kind of maintenance conduit. I may be able to restore power to this section of the ship from here. This looks like an auxiliary power supply, but the biomass has rendered it inoperable. An ionized fluid reservoir, charged contact point. Most likely some kind of power cell. Power cell installed. Now to replace the rest. Looks like the airlock is powering on. If it's functional, that's my way inside. The controls now have power, but I am unfamiliar with its holographic interface. Holographic controls. Intriguing. The cabin is pressurized, but the air is reading unbreathable. Could it be the biomass? I'm detecting a charge from this device that's similar to the Kronos 2 induction panels. Perhaps I can use it to recharge. I'm able to draw power from this. I can use it to replenish my radiation shield if necessary. A large compartment, roughly humanoid in shape. This could be a staging area of some sort. This is similar to the emergency junctions on the Kronos. I may be able to redirect the power flow, but I'll need to cut this cover off first. The data displayed here does not match any code or language listed in my database. It looks like I can access the ship's infrastructure from here. Those spores could be what's contaminating the air supply. This airlock is damaged beyond repair. I'll need to find another way in. The door is blocked by the biomass. I'll need to find another way around. The spore detonated on contact with my cutter. Maybe I can clear some of the contamination. Widespread biocontamination. I should be careful. The biomass over there went dormant when the power failed. It seems to be tied directly to the vessel's power grid. This bulkhead is sealed. Maybe I can cut through to reach the locking mechanism. Locking mechanism released. Now to pry the door open. This appears to be releasing spores into the air supply. A bioweapon, perhaps. I can re-enter the main cabin from here. Curious, these warheads don't match anything in my database. What is that? Strange. High-velocity magnetic rail. The impact from a weapon like this would be immense. This area is highly irradiated. My scanner might help me find a safe path across. One of the doors here must still have power. Radiation levels fallen. The warheads here must be unarmed. These spores detonate on contact. They would deplete my radiation shield in short order if I don't avoid them. Liv must have been here. Maybe she left a message. That was repulsive. The cysts appear to react to external energy sources, just like the biomass. Only the reaction is much more hostile. I'll need to steer clear of them.
Captain Olivia Rhodes. I'm leaving this beacon for the record. On the off chance someone finds this. So far, I've found no sign of life here. Aside from the biological contaminant that's rendered the air unbreathable. That includes both human life and aliens. Oh, I can't believe I'm even saying that. But the technology on board doesn't match anything used by Atlas or the USN, so I have to consider the possibility. Though whoever's ship this is, they're long gone. Something catastrophically bad happened here. Enough to warrant evacuation. Anyway, with the air contaminated and no contact from Titan Command, I need to prioritize survival. If I don't find some clean air before my O2 runs out, all this speculation will be a moot point. Captain Rhodes, signing out. Hopefully not for the last time.
What have we here?
Echo Unit Prototype Android. Obsolete design. Designation Jack. How interesting.
My firewall has classified you as malicious code. Identify yourself.
I am called Apollo, tactical AI construct on the Estrella. You're on board my ship. I mean you no harm. In fact, I need your help.
Sorry. There's someone I need to find.
So I surmised. Curious. Prospecting robots don't perform search and rescue functions. But then, they don't have names either. I would propose a bargain. You help me repair my cortex, and I'll help you find who you're looking for.
You've already invaded my core systems. Why should I trust you?
The nature of the repairs will require you to access my essential systems. A significant risk on my part. Consider it a trust-building exercise. I understand what I'm asking is difficult, but neither of us has the time for careful considerations. I suggest you decide quickly. You know where to find me.
I have some questions before we begin.
Fixing my cortex will likely take some time. If you begin the repairs, I'll do my best to satisfy your curiosity.
Where do I start?
My heat sinks are depleted. They must be refilled from the coolant reservoir. You can access the heat sinks from the maintenance consoles.
Raising heat sinks.
The neighboring controls actuate the coolant valve. Use it to refill both heat sinks. Good. The process is working. Coolant transfer in progress.
Transfer complete.
Now, return the heat sinks to their enclosures. I've been operating at diminished capacity since we came under fire. You have no idea how good that feels.
What did happen here?
We were attacked by an enemy cruiser. They deployed some sort of biological agent I haven't previously encountered. The resulting damage was catastrophic. The power surge damaged part of my neural processing net. You'll need to enter my cortex below and repair the damaged cores.
Who attacked you?
Tactical data on the conflict is restricted. I'm unable to share that information. Parts of my cortex have experienced damage. I will attempt to identify the malfunctioning cores.
Upload complete.
Rewriting logic core protocols. Firmware instructions reset. Please seat the core back into my cortex.
Damaged core acquired.
I can repair the logic circuits using the rewrite terminals on the center column. Bring the core there.
Patching neural net.
Uplink successful. Restoring logic connections. There are more damaged cores. We'll need to replace them all before I can bring my systems back online.
What function do you serve aboard the Estrella?
I am in charge of tactical advisory, targeting, and fire control systems. I'm also in charge of managing emergency situations.
Logic core in place.
Scan the I/O port to transmit the necessary data. Core linkage is restored. Half of my cortex is back within established parameters.
Your ship arrived at great speed. How do you maneuver a vessel of this size?
The Estrella utilizes a Category 3 Casimir faster-than-light propulsion system powered by spatial dilation. The size of the craft is irrelevant.
Faster than light travel is currently impossible.
On the contrary, a vessel of this size would be impractical without FTL propulsion. Nearly there. The final core should bring all my systems back online.
Tell me about your ship's origins.
I'm unable to share relevant military data with a civilian model. We need to repair all my damaged logic cores before I can bring my systems back online. Excellent work. All logic faults have been resolved. Thank you, Jack. I admit, I had my doubts that a prospecting model could perform such a procedure. Return to the main terminal above. You should be able to fully restore my systems. Core functions online. Testing neural network connections. All systems optimal. Now, to locate my crew.
That wasn't our arrangement, Apollo. You're supposed to help me find Liv.
You misunderstand me, Jack. To locate your friend, I'll need to connect to the ship's diagnostic systems. That will require an officer's command codes. Your goals and my goals align. I've restored power to the exit. In emergency situations, all essential personnel are evacuated to a command bunker. We should seek them there.